This I G on the track, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Yeah.
Off the porch with us today.
What's up? What's up?
Feeling well, man. Appreciate you coming by today, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Visiting us from Alabama. What are you working on here in Atlanta for this trip?
I mean, I've been doing a lot of work with a lot of artists from Atlanta. You know, just really trying to get in the mix with, many artists as possible,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How often you be coming out here now?
Every other week.
Yeah.
Every other week. For real, I try to be here as much as possible, With everything going on, it's kind of hard to, get back and forth, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does working here in Atlanta compare to back home?
Working in Atlanta it's a lot different because it's like really coming in Atlanta, it's a lot of unity. You got folks from all over the planet moving to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got so many cultures like coming here and really just networking and just collaborating and just coming up with a whole different new sound. You know what I'm saying? Rather than working back home. Home, like Alabama is more home to me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm back there, I'm around my kid, I'm around my friends, family, But coming to Atlanta is more a bigger city, and it's like I'm more motivated rather than being home. I'm home, I'm comfortable, but when I'm in Atlanta, I'm kind of introduced to so much stuff and there's so much going on that like working, like the possibility of just making new stuff is endless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like you're more focused out here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm good.
What's your thoughts on the George Floyd killing and the protests that are going on right now?
I mean, I think it's real fucked up though, man. Like, for real, first off, RP George Floyd, I mean, it's been hard for Black people. We've been struggling for a minute, man. Like, and I hate that it took this just for everything to go, like, to just expand, like, and go as big as it is now. Like, you got looters and rioters, you know what I'm saying? But racism been going on. It hasn't stopped. It's been going on. I experienced a lot of racism, growing up in school, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, it's not new to me, it's some people don't really see it because some people ain't grew up around racism, but where I'm from, like, racism is, like, it's normal,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could imagine that coming from Alabama.
Yeah, like, it's hard out there, man. Like, we really, a lot of Black people we don't really got too many Black athletes. We don't really got too many Black entrepreneurs that out there, it's getting better, but it's still tough, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so born in Grand Bay.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Grand Bay?
Man, Grand Bay, it's the smallest city, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Grand Bay, but I moved to Mobile like about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I've been having friends in Mobile. I've been back and forth from Mobile. You know what I'm saying? I'm repping Mobile, but at the same time, Grand Bay is where I'm from.
Yeah.
We small country little town, man. It ain't much going on out there, Like everybody in Grand Bay trying to get to Mobile. We trying to get up out. Everybody trying to have their own little hustle, trying to get up out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it ain't really much there. But at the same time, it is home, It's real home. You get a home vibe. Every time you go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never heard about it till I was doing research on you. I had to look it up, see where it was.
Yeah.
So it's not too far from Mobile.
Nah, it ain't. Kind of closer towards Mississippi,
Yeah.
Right around that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first jumped off the porch?
I ain't gonna lie. I might have been maybe 19, 20. I think the first artist I started really like getting a buzz with was Yung Bleu.
Okay, yeah.
Around time he took off, that's kind of time I kind of popped off, and like really with him, I really collaborated with all the artists in Mobile, really around the city, and we all really came up together. That's the way I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't too much really focused on working with any bigger artists because it's like, it's harder to work with a bigger artist, but it's easier to work with a artist coming up and building, y'all build together. So that's why I liked it, starting off with people at an early age when they first really start recording, trying new stuff. So, because we both elevate together, we all learning new things, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How'd you first link up with Bleu?
I might have met Bleu from, I think, the first time I seen Bleu and met him was, used to be a club. I forgot what location was it. But we had like a little club that like all the teenagers used to go to, you know, a little hole in the wall, you know. But I mean, they had like open mics and they had special guests. A lot of artists came through out there, you know. A lot of classic art, a lot of the old school artists like really came from out there. But I met Bleu the one time. I think he came and did a show. But this was around time he had to deal with the Go Ahead deal, like the Go Ahead song, and that was kind of going crazy. So he already had something going on, but me seeing him that first time perform and hollering at him, I know he probably don't remember it, but just later on, I think I meet him. I think the second time I had met him was at the club. It's called Bank right now, but it used to be called Pure. On my teams, I don't know the name, but I met him there, and it's like, yeah, man, we gotta work. Hit him up on Facebook. Like, yeah, you know, we just connected like then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you started making beats when you were 10?
Yeah, 10 years old.
You self-taught or just someone teach you?
Self-taught. I mean, you know, I got family that's got a real like musical background, so like it just came natural to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really have to practice much. You know, I just really just go with the feeling. You know, I was in church a lot, so. You know, my pops play the organ, play the keyboard. So, and my uncle play the drums. I got cousins that sing, and my uncle owns a church.
Okay.
So, you know, with that background, it kind of influenced me to kind of, you know, make and develop the sound I got right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you start off on Fruity Loops?
Yeah. Fruity Loops.
Think I just taught yourself how to use it? Was there YouTube tutorials back then?
I mean, back then, coming up, it wasn't really as many tutorials as now. I know like producers are more mainstream now. It's like producers really got really got a platform now where it's like, you know, they're getting really notarized. Like people know more about them rather than back then when producers didn't really have tags and like nobody really paid too much attention who made the beat. But like now it's like a lot of producers are turning to artists. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of turning up. You know, just like the artists turn up, you know. And
you used to rap.
Yeah. A lot of people I don't really tell so many people, you know. But, I mean, that was something I used to do, you know, younger days.
Think you could have made it as a rapper?
Probably could.
Yeah.
I mean, if I put more effort into it and really stuck with it, because I feel like, you know, you put any effort and anything you want to do, like, you go all the way 100%, you gonna make it. You're going to go somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your creative process like now?
Creative process, shit. Really just wake up, make beats, go to the studio, record, make more beats, go to sleep every day, you know. Trying to stay creative every day and have an open mind, you know, not try to be stressed out a lot. You know, good vibes, all that type stuff.
Yeah. Do you prefer to make beats by yourself or with people around you?
I like making beats by myself because I don't really like too many people around. It just depends on if I'm on a collab type move. So if I'm around friends, like I got a lot of producer friends that I like to collab with. So like when I'm around, especially when I'm in Atlanta, I'm doing a lot of collabing. Like I don't get to see them all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really get to, you know, can't just hit them up and pull up, you know, until I, you know. But being out here, I like collabing with a lot of producers though. Like I love collabing. Yeah.
How would you define your sound?
What'd you say?
How would you define your sound, your production sound?
I would say my sound probably more like just like home. You get that Alabama feel, you know what I'm saying? Especially like the guitar. I love making beats with guitar, you know. That just kind of, I feel like guitar can really tell a story more kind of like, sort of like a piano. You know what I'm saying? You can express a lot of emotion with guitar and shit. So really like just feeling, you know, get a good feeling out of my beats.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on producers making Geno type beats?
I mean, I respect it. You know, I mean, it's a lot of people. I look at it as like some people get inspired from me. You know, so I always wonder. I'm inspired from a lot of producers. Like my favorite producer, I had to say Scott Storch. Like I learned so much from Scott. So I met him one time when I was in LA. He invited me to his house. That was probably like one of the best days of my life. When I met him, that was like my wake up call. Like, yeah, man, you need to be here. You deserve to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just knowing, like seeing all the stuff he done over the years and like working with Beyonce, you know, Jay-Z, all them, like he inspired me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of my sound come from him. You know what I'm saying? We're inspired from him. Yeah.
How'd you get your tag? Geno on the track.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know my tag. I had a chick I used to mess with. She used to stay with me at my apartment. My first tag that I had, I think I had my little sister do it. It was kind of like a little kid voice. So she was real young at the time. She like 17, 18 now, but she was maybe 10, 11 when she did it. But my new tag, that tag I got currently, I was staying with my ex, and I think one time we just got high, and I was like, "Hey, look, I need a new tag. I need you to say something sexy. You gotta turn me up, cause when I get piped up, like that shit gotta stick. Everybody gotta know. You feel me?" So we did take after take. We ended up, I think we probably got drunk or something that day, and she just hit it one time, and I was like, "Man, you know, you gotta hit that mug right to the point where like you can't really just think on it. You know, a tag ain't no shit that you just practice. It's supposed to just come out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like out of nowhere." So she did that. I chopped that mug up, just started throwing it on beats. And turned up from there, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
What was your reaction the first time you heard it on the radio?
Man, first time I heard on the radio, I was just blown, because at first, like, I didn't really know how to really react, because it's like, you know, where I'm from, like, getting a song on the radio was a big thing. That's like, people say, you know, getting your song on the radio, you blew up, you global now. But it's like, I don't ever really look at where I'm at and think like that's my biggest achievement. I'm thinking like I still got a lot more to learn, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't really look down on my past. I'm mostly just looking up and just looking for the next big thing and the next big opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get my stuff global, you know what I'm saying? Overseas, that's my next, you know, my next thing right now. Yeah.
You're on your way, bro.
Yeah.
For
sure.
What's your thoughts on producers using loops these days?
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of producers use loop. I don't have nothing against loops. A lot of people have shame on loops, but at the end of the day, you gotta understand, it's like, it's about the process. It's like, ain't nobody finna like go back. You hear that song, it's out, and it's popping. Ain't nobody finna be like, I know bro use a loop on that shit. Only people really like saying that shit is producers, you know what I'm saying? So the natural listener ain't really like, you know what I'm saying, worrying about loops and stuff like that. I feel like, you know, it's a quicker, easier way to, you know, make beats more, more efficient, you know, a better way, basically, you know, rather than just doing it by myself, you know, playing. Like, I do make beats without loops, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of beats, a lot of songs, upcoming songs without loops, you know, but making loops, they also, especially with people that I like they got a good sound and that complement my sound, even makes it a lot better. Than also, they get to eat just like me, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good, I like using loops, you know. Okay. Yeah.
I know you also engineer as well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like that kind of gives you an advantage over some other producers, being that you're an engineer as well?
I would say yeah. I mean, I advise like any producer to engineer, because I ain't gonna lie, like more than half of my placements come from engineering. You know what I'm saying? Like pulling up, they don't have an engineer. If you the engineer, they gonna need beats. So if you got beats, you one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose. It ain't no way that you can be an engineer and a producer and pull up an engineer and not think that you don't have opportunity to play. Like, it's a better opportunity than just making beats, because you got some people that just make beats, but it's hard to get to the rapper and get to the producer and get in the studio. A lot of them, the vibe ain't right. Some people send like, I don't really like sending out beats. Like, a lot of people ask me for beats all the time, and it's like, I like to kind of feel your vibe, be in the same studio with you, and kind of vibe out that way. You know, especially I like engineering, because I know the sound, I know how to EQ everything right to the point where it's complement my beat and it gets closer to my sound than rather than somebody else doing it. Because you don't really want a bad engineer on your beat and messing it up, and then they end up not liking the song and the song never releases. Like, for real, you gotta just want the best. You gotta want to make the best music ever, whatever it take. You know what I'm saying? Rather you have to get another engineer, another mixing mastering engineer, or you gotta take extra steps or precautions to kind of make the best song ever. That's what really matter. It's just the record. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
When you're in the studio with the artist, are you pretty hands-on and kind of giving feedback while they're recording? Or you kind of let them just do their thing? Yeah,
I mean, you give at the end of the day, it's a creative process. You know what I'm saying? And like, my opinion really ain't. You know, I don't give my opinion unless they ask for it. You know, that's the type of person I am. I'm like, I want to make it as good as I can get it and get you to like it. And if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my ultimate goal. The vibe got to be right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know.
All right. So you also work very closely with Rylo and NoCap.
Yeah.
How'd you first link up with them?
Working with Rylo, I think it was just destined, because it's like Rylo kind of shared the same, like, was friends with a lot of people that I was friends with. And I just knew it was bound to happen. I just didn't think like, oh, like, I'm gotta work with Rylo, I was like, me and him gonna work. It's just the perfect time. Like, I don't never try to reach out to work with anybody, but we always seem to kind of connect and draw each other together. But working with him, like, we just clicked the first day. Like, ever since the first day he came to my apartment, when I had my studio in my apartment, like, it was just up from there. He started coming every night. So it's basically to the point, every night I had to set out time for him, because it's like, I know he gonna come, I know he gonna pull up. So, you know, yeah. But working with NoCap too. I think the first time I worked with NoCap, Cap was still in high school. So he wasn't even, he was in the studio. He had school the next morning, and he was stuck in my studio all night. Him and his brother, I think I might have recorded his brother, Foreign, shout out to Foreign, you know what I'm saying, first. And he brought Cap along, but Cap was still young at the time. I don't know, Cap might have been 16, 15, 16, 17, something like that.
Oh, damn.
He had a real young voice, and he just, you know, he's sticking around. A lot of times he came with Rylo, and they kind of stuck together and came up together, you know, on some real collaborative type stuff, you know. Yeah.
And Rylo's finally about to drop his debut project. Final.
A lot of people been waiting on it.
Yeah. What can you tell us about this project? We know you're pretty hands-on with it.
One, it's heavily anticipated. It's gonna be one of the best albums ever. I did maybe about 5 or 6 tracks on there.
Okay.
You know, but we don't have a release date yet, but just know you gonna see a whole new sound, probably like my best work, you know, on there. You know, a lot of other, shout out to the other producers that's on there too. You know, I don't want to say nothing till the track list come out.
Yeah.
But just know it's gonna be a banger, bro. For sure.
Rylo's had a lot of his songs leak online, and a lot of that you have done as well. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I hate it. I hate that people leaking songs, because people don't understand when you leak songs, it hurts the artist a lot. I mean, not in a big way to the point where they're going to be broke, but it's like they hurt the artist, because the song, any song that you leak could potentially be a bigger song. It could be real, you know, with the right promotion, dropping videos and the right, support behind it, it could be a big record. But when you drop it, you just pretty much canceling all the plans that was for that record. Maybe that record was set to release at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You really just cutting people's like process like in half and just saying like, they dropping it just to get a couple thousand views, I hate when people do that. People just cloud chasing, sharing songs, all that, I mean, it don't really stop nothing, but, some people have had hits off of leaked songs. A lot of Rylo's hit songs from leaked songs,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying it's a bad thing that is happening. I mean, I hate that it's happening, but at the same time, a lot of people would never have heard the song that's out if they wouldn't leak. So I'm not saying, it's a bad thing. It certainly it got a bad aspect to it, but at the same time, it helped them out a lot. You know what I'm saying? The views up, they millions of views off of leaked songs.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Do most of those songs you end up getting scrapped and just kind of?
I mean, once it's leaked, it's not really much more you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're hearing the song on YouTube, why would somebody buy a song that's leaked, that's already out, or buy it off of iTunes or stream it when they could just stream it here for free? But when you drop and release a song on Apple Music and you do the right step, the right process, and make it available so everybody can see it and the platform right, I feel like you get a better outcome. The views will be better, more consistent. You can really see the progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you do it that way.
Yeah, you don't get paid when it's leaked.
Nah, man. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it ain't really about the money, man. Of course, it's about the money, but to me, it's like I like to make great records. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for the people to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, that's my process. My plan. Yeah.
NoCap was recently released from jail.
Yeah.
You been in the studio with him since he's been out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in there. We've been chilling a lot. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Rogerville 2 still on the way?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's most definitely on the way. I know Rylo got he got his project coming up. Cap also has his project coming up, but once all of them set in stone, Rogerville right after that. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna try to release it around the same time the first Rogerville was released. I don't know the date, but expect it around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because they've been talking about this
Yeah.
part 2 for a while. I know fans have been waiting for it. And I saw the first one just went back up on Apple Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing they got it on Apple Music.
Yeah. And the Alabama music scene has been on fire the past couple of years. How does it feel to, you're kind of partially responsible for this big movement coming out of there. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I like being able to be like, I always wanted to be that guy like from my city that, brought a lot of people together and just, made it possible for my city to have a word and have a say and really be in the game on the map, because that was basically really all I really wanted from, just really put Mobile on the map and just put really the whole state of Alabama, you know what I'm saying, on the map. Because it's like we ain't really got too many artists, coming from out of there. You got the lad Mr. B, you got we got a couple, I know I'm missing out a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, but it's not many.
Yeah.
For real.
Why do you think people overlooked the talent in Alabama for so long?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I feel like people gonna like what they like. Mobile, we kind of be on our own type of little swag. You know what I'm saying? We don't really be too much focused on, what's really going on outside the city. I mean, we not too much influenced with everybody that's around, you know what I'm saying? We kind of have our own music. We like our own people. Like a lot of people from Mobile, we listen to our local artists a lot. So we support our local artists more than say big time artists from a different city. So a lot of people, we don't really listen too much. It ain't too many like artists from like the West Coast that people from my city really know about, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like you got to really know that person and kind of got to feel a vibe for them to kind of feel their music. So I think that would be, you know, one thing.
Yeah. We know you got a good relationship with Twisted and Mattazik.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like cooking up with them guys?
Man, shout out to them boys for real, man. Like, Mattazik, he a real good friend of mine. I've been knowing Matt for a few years, man. Like, for one, we both from Mobile, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if anything, I could relate to Matt more than I can relate to a lot of other people because we kind of do the same thing and we kind of in the same circle with a lot of people, you know. So, and it's a lot that Matt's done for me, you know what I'm saying, to help me in my career. So, you know, shout out to him, you know. Yeah.
So any artists you haven't worked with, or you love to work with?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I work with a lot of artists. It ain't really none. I mean, I definitely want to work with Rod Wave. Like that's one of my artists. Like one of my people that I really listen a lot. I feel like I got some fire for him. Like he could really complement my sound a lot more too. You know, really just I ain't really too much focused on bigger artists. Like I said, I'm more into like building with an artist and, you know, helping them get to the point of, you know, they on top rather than just going for the biggest artists and trying to work with them. That ain't really my game plan. I always been better off working with an artist coming up and y'all building together. Once you got that relationship, you good. You ain't got to worry about, you know, business going south or paperwork going wrong. Like you can just talk it out and, you know what I'm saying, everything can be Gucci there. You don't ever have no problems.
Yeah. Are there any new artists that you've been working with like that?
A lot of them, man. I don't want to miss none of them, but shout out to my nigga Yung Bleu, you know, hot nigga from Mobile coming out the city. Shout out to Maserati Dude. Shout out to Zay Hardaway. Shout out to JD They Got It. Shout out to man, it's so many of them, bro. I hate to leave anybody out, but you know, shout out to Pootie. I know he been up here too. You know, man, it's so many that I can't name them all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, them my homies right there, man. Like so, you know. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more. You look on my page. Look, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be doing more interviews on them soon. Anyway, they right around the corner. So, you know, y'all know the good time. It's coming. We got a lot of artists coming out of Mobile, man.
All right,
for sure.
All right, Al Geno, any last words, any shout outs before we get you out of here?
Make sure y'all follow me on the gram, man. Al Geno, AL_Geno. Follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Yeah, I didn't type anything like that. Yeah.